Hello everyone, myself lecturer Aditi Anil Kushare, Master of Pharmacy in Quality Assurance Techniques. Now we will discuss about the pharmaceutics 2 experiments. In that we will discuss about emulsion, introduction to biphasic liquid dosage forms emulsion. An emulsion is a heterogeneous system consisting of at least one immiscible liquid dispersed in the form of droplets diameter, that is 0.1 micrometer to 100 micrometer, is called dispersed phase, and the liquid in which the globules are dispersed is called continuous phase. The two immiscible liquids cannot be dispersed for long period, so an emulsifying agent having the peculiar structure in which one end is a hydrophilic and other is a lipophilic is used. Because of that, it is possible for emulsifying agent to form a thin film at the interface and reduce the interfacial tension. So let's see about the classification of emulsion. That is, the simple classification is oil in water, O by W type, and water in oil means W by O type. In this oil in water O by W type, we have oil is an internal phase while water acts as an external phase. While in this water in oil type, W means water, which is an internal phase, while oil is an external phase. There are the tests to decide the type of emulsion. There are total 4 tests, that is the dye test, dilution test, conductivity test, and fluorescence test. So the emulsifying agents can be divided as follows. The emulsifying agents are natural, semi-synthetic, synthetic, inorganic, and alcohols. So in natural there are 2 types, vegetable source and animal source. In vegetable we have gum acacia, tragacanth, agar, pectin, starch, then eriomos, that is chondrus, and animal source means wool fat, egg yolk, gelatin. Semi-synthetic, methyl cellulose, sodium carboxymethyl cellulose, that is sodium CMC. Synthetic, anionic, cationic, non-ionic, which containing charges. Anionic means containing negative charge, cationic, positive charge, non-ionic, that are chargeless. Inorganic, milk of magnesia, magnesium oxide, magnesium trisilicate, magnesium aluminium silicate, and bentonite. And the alcohols, that is carboxylates, cholesterol, lecithins. Then emulsions for oral mixture are made with naturally occurring gums as they are inert with the respective therapeutic agent. Acacia is the best emulsifying agent for extemporaneous preparation for oral emulsion and are the stable over a wide range of pH, that is 2 to 10, but they are too sticky for external use. The tragacanth increases the viscosity, however it is not good emulsifying agent. The monovalent soaps which form O by W, that is oil in water type of emulsion, means in which oil is an internal phase while water acts as an external phase. This O by W type of emulsion are not useful for oral mixture as they cause hemolysis. Preparation of emulsions. The following methods are commonly used for the preparation of emulsions on a small scales, that is dry gum method, wet gum method, bottle method, and other methods. First of all, let's discuss about dry gum method. In this, first of all, we have to measure the required quantity of oil in a dry measure and transfer it into a dry mortar. Then add the calculated quantity of gum acacia into it and triturate so as to form a uniform mixture. Then third one, add required quantity of water and triturate vigorously till a clicking sound is produced and the product becomes white or nearly white due to the total internal reflection of light. The emulsion produced at this stage is known as primary emulsion. Then fourth one, add more of water with the trituration to produce the required volume. Then the following table shows the proportion of oil, water, and gum acacia required for different types of oils. Serial number, type of the oil, example, ratio of oil as to water as to gum. So first of all, fixed oil, example, castor oil, almond oil, arachis oil, cod liver oil. The ratio of oil as to water as to gum is 4 as to 2 as to 1. Second, volatile oil, that are turpentine oil, peppermint oil, and cinnamon oil. Ratio of oil as to water as to gum is 2:2:1. Third one, mineral oil, liquid paraffin, ratio of oil as to water as to gum is 3:2:1. Then wet gum method, second method of preparation of emulsion is wet gum method. In this method, the proportion of oil as to water as to gum for preparing the primary emulsion is the same as given in the table. Calculate the quantity of oil, water and gum required for preparing the primary emulsion. Then powder the gum acacia in a mortar, add water and triturate it with gum as to form mucilage. Then third one, add the required quantity of oil in the small portion with the rapid trituration until a clicking sound is produced, and it will becomes white or nearly white. At this stage, the emulsion is known as primary emulsion. Then fourth one, add more of water in small portion to the primary emulsion with the trituration to produce the required volume of uniform emulsion. And fifth one, transfer the emulsion to a bottle, cork it, label and submit. Then third one, bottle method. Bottle method is used for the preparation of emulsions of volatile and other non-viscous oils. This proportion of oil as to water as to gum is 2:2:1. First one, measure the required quantity of the oil and the transfer into a large bottle, add required quantity of powdered gum acacia. Then second one, shake the bottle vigorously until the oil and gum are mixed thoroughly. Third one, add the calculated amount of water all at once. Then fourth one, shake the mixture vigorously to form a primary emulsion. Fifth one, add more of water in a small portions with the constant agitation to produce the required volume. Then recommended containers, screw capped plain bottles. Special labeling instructions are shake well before use as it is a liquid dosage form. Then enemas, these are the solutions, suspensions or oil in water emulsions of medicaments intended for rectal administration. Container is a single-use plastic pack with the rectal nozzle. So in next session we will see about the experiments. Experiment number 35. Title of this experiment is to identify the given sample of emulsion by dye test. In this, different methods of identifying the type of emulsion. Learning objectives are to understand the method of determination of type of emulsion by dye test and the ability to determine the type of emulsion by dye test. Apparatus required are test tubes, slides, etc. Stepwise procedure is first point, that is take the small quantity of emulsion in the two different test tubes, and second one, add the little amount of water soluble amaranth solution and oil soluble scarlet red dye in the above test tubes separately. Take one drop of each on the different slides and observe under the microscope. So now let's move towards actual performing of experiment in laboratory. So we have to detect the type of emulsion by using dye test. So for this we are taken this sample of emulsion in measuring cylinder 1, that is 10 ml of emulsion, and in second measuring cylinder 2 we are also taken the same equal quantity, that is 10 ml of the same sample of emulsion. As we are not knowing as which type of emulsion is this, so we have to identify it by using dye. So dye means color. So in this experiment we are going to use this amaranth dye, which is water soluble dye, and this is second one is a scarlet red dye, which is a oil soluble dye. So in first measuring cylinder I added one drop of this amaranth dye solution, and in second measuring cylinder I added this scarlet red solution, one drop of scarlet red solution. So first of all, let's see in this first measuring cylinder, this is seen as the one internal phase in which the droplets are colorless and the external phase is seeing colored red, stained with red color. So we can say that in this particular measuring cylinder 1, this is O by W type of emulsion, means oil in water, as oil internal droplets are colorless and external continuous phase is seen with or stained with red color. So this is O by W type of emulsion. And while in second measuring cylinder, let's see, in this particular measuring cylinder, the opposite of measuring cylinder 1 case is seen, that is in this particular measuring cylinder 2 we are seeing the colorless continuous phase, while the droplets are stained with red color. So droplets are stained with red color means we can say that this is O by W type of emulsion, as in this oil are stained with red color by using that scarlet red, and external phase water is seen colorless. So we can prove that in measuring cylinder 1 by adding the amaranth dye red dye solution, that is which is water soluble dye, we can say that this external phase is water, so it is stained with red color, and the internal phase is oil which is colorless, that is droplets are seen colorless. And in second measuring cylinder we can say that is the internal phase is oil, so it is seeing the droplets are stained with color, and the external or continuous phase is seen colorless, as we are adding here the scarlet red dye which is oil soluble. So after performing the actual procedure, we have this observation table in slide 1, that is after procedure we seen this observation in first measuring cylinder, that is 1 drop of emulsion containing amaranth solution. In that the observation is continuous phase is colored and the droplets are colorless. So the inference is, we can say that is the O by W type of emulsion, means oil in water, in which oil is the internal phase while water is the external phase. In slide 2, in the second measuring cylinder, the 1 drop of emulsion containing scarlet red solution, in this case we observed the droplets are colored and the continuous phase is colorless. So inference is, this is the O by W type of emulsion, that is oil in water, in which oil is the internal phase while water acts as the external phase. So result from the above observation, it is concluded that the given emulsion is O by W type of emulsion, that is the oil in water, means in which the oil is the internal phase while water acts as a external phase. Thank you.